So you want to be an insurance adjuster. Well, my name is Cherie with 2021 Training. Let me take a few moments and tell you what 2021 Training offers for those who are looking at getting into the insurance adjusting career. All of our classes are online and they're available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Now, when you take our training courses, you take it on your own time frame and your own schedule, and you take it wherever you'd like to take it. If you want to take it in the privacy of your own home, or you want to go to an office somewhere, just wherever you have an internet connection, you can take our online training courses. And you can stay in the classroom as long as you want. If you want to stay an hour today, a couple hours tomorrow to work on the class, and not come back for 3 or 4 days, that is up to you. So again, it's on your own time frame and your own time schedule. This is not a webinar with set times. Our courses mimic a live training experience. In our classroom, you will see a visual, something like a PowerPoint screen, that has bullet point information. As well as you will hear audio from an instructor who will teach the information to you. The instructor will not read the information off of the screen, but will teach the information to you, much like in a live training experience where the instructor has a PowerPoint that he's showing, as well as giving the lecture pertaining to that PowerPoint. So again, our class is audio with visual attached to it. Now, if while you're taking the class you have a question over the information that is on that particular screen, you can click on the support tab that's in the upper right hand corner of the screen and type out the question that you have, and the instructor or someone will get back with you in a timely fashion. So all of our courses are approved with the Texas Department of Insurance. We are an approved provider for the state of Texas for insurance courses. With our course, we have a state-approved 150 question final exam. So what states does our adjuster pre-licensing course work for? Well, of course, if you can claim residency in the state of Texas, then this class is for you. If you claim residency in a state that does not license insurance adjusters, such as Colorado, Nebraska, Kansas, Tennessee, Virginia, and so on, then you can take the Texas Adjuster Pre-Licensing course and designate Texas as your home state. You would get what's called a Designated Home State Texas license. There's just a box on the application that you would check off if you come from a state that does not license insurance adjusters. Now, if you come from the state of California, California is a little bit different. California does have an individual license that you can get, an individual adjuster license, but it's not a requirement for the California Department of Insurance to practice in the state of California. Businesses get adjuster licenses. So most people, if they are California residents, instead of securing a California individual license, then what they would do is just adjust under a company license. So if you are a resident of California and you do not hold your California adjuster license, you can take this class and designate Texas as your home state to secure your Texas adjuster license. Now, which states does this class not work for? Well, if you belong to a state, or if you are a resident of a state that already has an adjuster license, like the state of Florida, the state of Louisiana, Mississippi, North Carolina. So if you claim residency in a state that requires an insurance adjuster license, then you would not take this class. This class is not for you. So let me recap that. If you are a resident of Texas, or you come from a non-licensing state, Colorado, Kansas, Tennessee, then you would take our Texas Adjuster Pre-Licensing course to secure your Texas Adjuster license. So once you have your Texas Adjuster license, how do you get licenses in other states? Well, there is reciprocity. The Texas Adjuster license is reciprocal with many other states. What you would do is, once you have secured your Texas Adjuster license, you would, through reciprocity, secure your Florida license, your Louisiana license, your Mississippi license, many other states that license insurance adjusters. Now, you need to take this on a state-by-state basis. Some states have a little bit of a different tweak to it. Say, for example, the state of Arkansas. Before they will give you an adjuster license in Arkansas, you have to have experience, 1 year of experience. So what you would do is once you get the Texas Adjuster license, you would go to all the other different states and fill out their application fee, pay their application fee, tell them you've got a Texas Adjuster license, and you'd be able to secure that license without having to go to that state and take the state exam. That way you can have licenses in multiple states without having to take their exams. So for example, you claim residency in the state of Texas, you have your Texas Adjuster license, then you would go and fill out the proper paperwork that you needed to secure your Louisiana license, your Florida license, your Mississippi license, pay all the appropriate state fees, and you've got all those other licenses. Now there are some exceptions to reciprocity. For example, the state of Hawaii, the state of New York. You cannot secure their adjuster license through reciprocity. If you want to adjust in the state of New York, you have to go and take their state exam. You cannot use your Texas adjuster license or any adjuster license, any other state license, to get your New York adjuster license. They are not reciprocal with any other state. So what are the requirements of a Texas adjuster license? Well, per state statutes, you must be 18 years of age or older. You must claim residency either in the state of Texas or in a non-licensing state, Colorado, Tennessee, Virginia. You must take a pre-licensing course such as ours with a state-approved exam, as well as you must pass that state-approved exam with a 70% or better. And then you need to submit the proper paperwork to the Texas Department of Insurance. What is the process of securing that Texas adjuster license? Well, what you would do is once you take our class, you go through the proper steps and procedures in taking the class, you pass the exam at the end with at least a 70%, you will have access to your certificate of completion. You would print out that certificate of completion, which proves to the state that you met all the requirements for that particular class. You would take that certificate of completion, submit that to the state with the Texas Adjuster application, as well as a processing fee to the state, and then you would submit fingerprinting receipt. Now you'll have to go and get background check. You'll have to go and have fingerprints done where the state of Texas will run a background check. So 4 things you would submit to the state of Texas for them to process your application. The certificate of completion from our class, the Texas Adjuster application itself, a check to the state for their processing fee, as well as the fingerprinting receipt. You would submit that to the state of Texas, and then within 4 to 6 weeks, you should have your Texas Adjuster license. And that is on average, 4 to 6 weeks on average it takes for them to process your application. So what pre-licensing classes do we offer? We offer 2 different pre-licensing classes. One is the All Lines licensing class, and the other is the P&C licensing class. Now the All Lines will let you adjust all lines of insurance, whether that is homeowners insurance, auto insurance, aviation insurance, farm and ranch, crop, workers' comp. So the All Lines encompasses all lines of insurance. It's the bigger umbrella and will let you work on any kind of insurance claim in the state of Texas. The P&C licenses you for everything that the All Lines licenses you for, except for workers' comp. It just does not have the workers' comp piece. As far as cost and time frame is concerned, the classes themselves are a 1-hour difference. The All Lines class is 32 hours. The workers' comp class is 1 hour less. The cost is the same. So we encourage our students to take the All Lines class. Again, it's the bigger umbrella and it will let you adjust all lines of insurance, including the workers' comp. So how is our class set up? Well, what you will do is you will enter into the classroom and you will work slide by slide. Again, remember the slide has bullet points of information where the instructor will teach to the screen. The instructor again will not read the information to you. You will listen to the audio and you will learn the concepts of that particular slide. Then on average every 15 minutes you will come across a 5-question quiz that is over the contents of that section. So basically every 15 minutes you can check for understanding for that particular topic at hand. Then you move to the next section, go through those few slides, take that quiz at the end. And again, it's just a 5-question quiz that you must pass with a 70%. If you don't pass it with a 70% the first time, there's just a button in the classroom that you would click and it would regenerate another 5-question quiz for you. So you'd work your way down through the class section by section, quiz by quiz, and eventually you'll get to the very bottom of the class where there is the 150 question final exam. You would take that final exam, pass it with a 70%, and then eventually secure your certificate of completion. Now, at the very end as well of the class, once you get that certificate, we will give you the steps and what to do next as far as the processing of your application goes. Now, one thing I want to let you know about the exam, that is the only piece of the course that is timed. Per the state of Texas, it is a 3-hour timed exam. Most people don't take 3 hours. Most people are done within the 2-hour limit, but you do have 3 hours with which to complete the exam. 3 hours at one sitting. That's the only time limit on the class. So if you want to take a week to take our class, not a problem. If you want to take a month or longer to take the class, not a problem. That is not timed at all. The only timed piece is going to be that 3-hour final exam. One more thing that we do offer is we offer a study guide to assist you and help you with learning the material and preparing yourself for that final exam. So we give you a blank study guide at the very beginning of the class. Before you ever start the contents of the class, there is a blank study guide that you have access to that you can print out. If you want to work through the class and fill in the blanks of the study guide, you can. Some people like to do that. Other people like to take their own notes. So again, it's optional. You do not have to fill out that study guide. But just go through the class, fill out the study guide. Before you get to the final exam, you will have access to the answer key to the study guide. So if you don't want to fill out the study guide while you're going through the class, not a problem. Just make sure that you access the answer key to the study guide. And if you know the contents of the study guide, if you're familiar with the information that is on that study guide, you should have no problem passing the exam the first time. 95% of our students will pass the exam the first time. That study guide just kind of hones in on the information and the topics that you need to know for the final exam. There's a lot of information that's covered in the class, a lot of basic concepts and principles. There's a lot of building blocks and such, but that study guide hones in on just what you need to know for the final exam. So what if you don't pass the exam the first time? Well, that's not a problem. All you would need to do is click on the button, the Redo Test button, and the classroom will generate another 150 question final exam. There is no time delay involved. There is no extra money that you have to pay to take the exam again. Once you're ready to take the exam the second time if necessary, click on the button and start taking the test. The clock starts and you have 3 hours to take the test in. Now that I've talked about the Texas Adjuster Pre-Licensing course, realize that that is just the first step in the process. We do offer a couple of other courses that we highly recommend to those getting into the adjusting career. It is the Xactimate course, which is the claims adjusting software that a majority of the insurance carriers use to handle their claims, as well as the practical adjusting course. Now, the Texas Adjuster Licensing course will help you secure your license. Xactimate will help you learn the software, and then the practical adjusting course. The practical adjusting course will teach you the recommended tools for an adjusting career. Will teach you how to scope the loss. It talks about the stages of deployment, as well as how to get on an independent adjusting firm roster. So the practical adjusting course is for those people who are wanting to get into the catastrophic adjusting field. You want to work the major catastrophes like Rita or Katrina or Hurricane Ike, those kind of major catastrophes. So what we have done is we have bundled those 3 classes together. The pre-licensing class, plus the Xactimate class, plus the practical adjusting class. We've bundled that together into what we have called the Texas Smart Start Pack. So if you purchase all those together all up front, basically what happens is you will get the practical adjusting class for free. So if that is what you want to do, make sure you do that up front to get more bang for your buck. And you would, again, get that practical adjusting course for free. And those 3 classes are basically what you need to get you started in the adjusting career. So now that you know that our training is what you need to get into the adjusting career, what do you need to do to purchase the class? Well, if you would like to purchase the Smart Start Pack, what you would need to do is go to the courses menu on our webpage and find the Texas Smart Start. You would click on that page, and on that web page, as well as the current web page, the Texas Adjuster Pre-Licensing course, you will find the Buy Now button. So all you would need to do once you're ready to purchase this particular course is go to the Buy Now button, click on that, and then just follow the prompts, and the system will secure your information, your name, your email address, your credit card information. So you can do all of this online. So it will secure all the information it needs to process your payment and so forth. Once your payment is successfully settled, then what will happen is you will receive your login email at the email address that you filled in as you were going through the process. In that login email, you will see your username and your password, and these usernames and passwords are system assigned. So the system will automatically assign you a username and password, and then you will as well get a link to the classroom. So you can start the class whenever you're ready. You want to purchase the class and start immediately, you can do that, or if you want to wait until tomorrow, you can start. Just go to this particular email that you get, click on the link, go to the classroom, put in your username and your password, and start working away. So remember that our training is totally online. It is not a webinar. You can come in and out of the classroom at your own leisure and on your own time frame, and you can stay as long as you want. It is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And there is no time limit on the class. So if you want to, take a month to take the class, you can take a month. So I hope I've answered a lot of questions that you might be having about securing your Texas Adjuster license and basically what 2021 training offers. If you want to contact me and I can further discuss anything that I haven't gone over with you, please feel free to call me at 972-767-7699. Again, my name is Cherie. Or if you'd like to shoot me an email, you can email me at cherie@2021training.com. Our office hours are 8:30 to 5, and I'm usually available even after those hours. But emails, you can always shoot me an email and I'll respond to you as soon as I can.